You are listening to the Outlaw Podcast with me, your host, Andrea Hall. I am a certified equine gestalt coach, speaker, 3-time author, and lawyer. I help women lawyers who are miserable in their career, struggling with mental and emotional health issues, wanting to have fun in their lives, and struggling to be selfish. After fulfilling my dream of being a criminal defense attorney and opening my own law practice right out of law school, I thought I had it all. While at the height of my career, my 18-month-old puppy died, and I thought, what am I killing myself for? Sometime later, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and my world turned upside down. It was in that moment I realized something had to change. This podcast is about sharing my journey with you about what is possible in your life outside the legal profession, stopping the adulting, and being able to play as a child, inspiring you to dream again. Let the journey begin. Good evening, Facebook, and welcome back to another episode of Outlaw. My default button is stuck on worrying. Can you believe you were actually taught to worry? I can. I remember my parents saying things like, you can't have that. Money doesn't grow on trees. In fact, I still say that saying quite often to my husband. You can't afford that. Save your pennies and maybe someday you can buy that. I spend way too much time and energy worrying. Dr. Karl Pillner talked and did a survey with a group of senior citizens. And their number one regret when they got to the end of their life was that they wasted too much time worrying. What are some of the things you worry about? Money, your kid's safety, will you die in a plane crash? What happens when your kids graduate from high school and they actually leave home? Does any of that sound familiar? Well, for me, money is a huge trigger, and I worry about it constantly. Money has always brought me safety and security, and the minute I feel lack, my default button gets triggered. The default button for me is the minute a bill comes in, or I have to look at my checking account, my brain immediately gets hijacked by the thoughts of, where is the money going to come from? We don't have a money tree in the backyard. What if I don't have enough money to pay for all the bills that are coming in this month? Like, seriously, is there ever going to be enough? Guess what? I've discovered that worrying won't actually pay my bills, surprise, surprise, and won't bring in more money. And of course, worrying won't solve the actual problem that I have at hand. It just keeps me stuck in this perpetual state of high stress, on the edge, and in this loop constantly in this struggle, right? On the hamster wheel going 100 miles an hour, worrying. And it robs me of the joy of being actually in the present moment. And this is something that I really focus on with my clients, and the horses, in fact, keep you in the present moment because they live in the present moment. And so when you're not in the present moment, the horses aren't attracted to that. And by not being in the present moment, it's difficult because then I don't relax into the joy. And of course, it keeps me from being vulnerable. If I can simply say to myself, what can I be grateful for in this moment? Or what do I want to remember? It makes a huge shift in the brain. And according to neuroscientist Alex Korb, your brain chemistry actually shifts and changes because it releases dopamine when you actually think about something grateful. So there's actually a chemical reaction that happens in your brain. And the more often you can be grateful and the more dopamine that is released, it keeps your body in that state. So the next time you feel the default button getting triggered, if you can shift into what you can be grateful for or enjoy in that present moment, it will immediately release the dopamine and stop the worrying. And I just want to share a quote with you that I had read in a book just recently from L.R. Knost. It says, life is amazing, and then it's awful. And then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living. Heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Outlaw, and I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow night. Make it a great day. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Outlaw. There is life after litigation. If anything I said in this episode resonates with you, call for a free exploratory session to see how I can help you. My horses will give you instantaneous feedback. Unlike traditional talk therapy, you will shift your awareness into real time with the help of a horse. The horses are like lie detectors, flushing out limiting beliefs with a swish of their tail, a shift of their 1,200-pound body, or a simple unwillingness to move. Horses have a way of seeing into the window of our souls. Horses have been connected to humanity since the dawn of time. Their hearts can heal and mend our broken hearts. Simply standing in their presence can change our lives forever, putting the puzzle pieces back together and returning us to wholeness. Horses are restoring the parts of us that have been missing. You can call us at 970-682-4405 to set up your appointment today. Want to be inspired daily? See about our latest events or purchase a copy of my books? Go to our website at www.witherswhisper.com. That's www.witherswhisper.com. Or you can follow us on any social media venue at Withers Whisper. Until the next episode, listen to the whispers.